Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Cross-Watchers. Welcome. This is your February love month predictions. Full Moon in Aquarius, be real. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, there's plenty more videos where this one came from. I'll take all of those. Okay, last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. Full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. There's a lot of action energy. Work through your feelings, and Aries is an action-oriented card, or sign, I should say. Full moon in Leo, go wild. Again, with the fire energy. First quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. And full moon in Aquarius, be real. Okay. Capricorn, what is going on? Work through your feelings, go wild. I feel like you've got to like get them out, like move your feelings through your body, dance them out, take them out on the town. It's going to help you to honor your feelings and come back to a state of peace. That's going to help you to feel more authentically you. I feel like you're coming back into your true self. And then from that position, you'll be able to take inspired action. I feel like all the groups have had a similar message in that there's a lot of like self-responsibility this month when it comes to love. And it all starts with a really healthy sense of self-love. What is going on in February for Capricorn in love? Please, Spirit. Take action. Take inspired action. You've really been called to like move. You're ready, right? You're ready to go wild. I just heard like a blister in the sun. And that is like, the sun is Leo energy. So that's very interesting. Let me go wild. Anyway, it's up to you, pointing at you. The angels are saying, hello. Hello, Capricorn. You're ready. Ready, set, go. Okay. What is this in regards to? Are you nervous to make the first move? But you're being asked to really honor your feelings. And to... Something just flipped. High Priestess. Yeah. Honoring your feelings. I feel like for a long time you've kept a lot to yourself, and possibly this is your feelings, right? But you've had an inkling about this situation. You've known that it's time for you to take this action. You know that it's time for you. If you don't do this, it feels like big magic. It feels like if you don't take this step, if you don't take and act on this calling, and it could be towards a person, that idea or that person or that magic will get swallowed up by someone else, and then you'll look at it and be like, but that was mine, but that was meant for me, right? There's this feeling of like you've kept so much hidden, or you've kept so much to yourself, and you've done a lot of inner work, but to really honor your feelings, to really honor the big magic of this calling within you, you're being told, or you're being reassured, right? But there is a sense of like being told, like, come on now, Capricorn, you know better. It's not like you to just sit on your laurels, to just rest on your laurels. It's really saying like, you've been called to now, like, take the first step. Take the first step. And that does look like you're like sitting on a jetty or a wharf in the middle of a lake, right? And it's like, okay, are you gonna step off into the water? It probably is quite like lukewarm, like bath water. It's not as cold as you think. Okay. And there's something very healing about this water. This Aquarius card really gives me star energy, with the water bearer in the background kind of like pouring into and out of, and you know, having this balance, and a lot of healing has taken place. But now to really, it's almost like to really cement, and for Capricorn, I really feel to really ground this healing, you have to execute something. Like you have to move it through. It has to then follow through, because if it stays within you, you can become stuck in your groundedness of feelings, of because when you work through your feelings, you have to work through. You're not going under, sideways and down, or that is part of working through your feelings, but you don't want to dodge it, right? You actually have to go with those feelings. And I think to fully see them through, it's like light them up, honor them, like let them be what they will be, and then that's the action, right? The action is then full of the truth. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. I'm like, take a bit of this and a bit of that, and it feels like I'm squeezing a lemon or something, or squeezing an orange. It's like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then the action is ready to cook up, right? Interesting message there. Five of Cups, that feels like it's in reverse. So I do feel like you're moving away from past disappointments. I think you're coming out of a place as well where you're no longer disappointed in yourself because that's what other people told you to do or be, or because you've allowed other people to tell you, like, I'm disappointed in you, and you're like, no, I'm actually really proud of myself, and I'm going to feel even more proud of myself when I take this action away from you. Right? Two of Crystals feels like you're bringing something into balance that has not been in balance. You've been juggling in this state of loss or disappointment. And what you actually are realizing is there's still 2 cups, and in this case 2 pentacles left that you can drink from, that you can turn into. I feel like your cups turn into crystals. That it's like the water has frozen over, and with that, those 2 like ice blocks, you can now create something completely different. Ace of Swords is giving you a lot of clarity. You've had an epiphany here. You've really seen things for what they are. You might have someone watching you, or you've been watching someone else, and now you realize, okay, if I don't take action soon, this person is going to move on. If I don't take action soon, someone else is going to swoop in and take what I want. 2 of Wands, yeah, you've really like been called to make this decision. Like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? If I take the blue pill, what will happen? If I take the red pill, what will happen? And what is this? Who are we heading towards? Page of Cups, someone who is ready to receive, I feel. Someone who is really ready to receive your offer. Someone who's possibly been through a lot of trickery and shadiness themselves, and they're actually sitting there with their 1 wand, right? It's like 6 wands are in the air and they've got 1 in their hand. And this person may be a Leo, because this card just gives me Leo strength energy. But this person is like, well, I'm ready for your passionate exchange. If we look at it as the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands instead of the 7 of Wands, it just, that with that 1 wand, it feels like this person feels very ready in return, and they're waiting on you to make this move. Or, you know, take it how it resonates. Flip it. I just said flip it and reverse it. Go Missy. I feel like that you might need a bit of a pump up song, and this is your go wild. Like, you might be really like getting inspiration from songs, from lyrics, from, yeah, getting like moving that energy through you. You might be getting like sweating in the gym and just being like, come on, you got this. Like, you can make this action. Look at all the action you take when you are getting physically fit. And if this is like, this fitness message is coming up, if this is something where you felt unworthy, now you're feeling really worthy. You know, Capricorn, you are someone who is quite hard on yourself, and you can usually keep a lot of emotions to yourself, and you'll just trudge along, and you're getting up that mountain like the mountain goat that you are. You're just like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And this is saying, like, give yourself some credit, because I think a lot of people have discredited you or discounted you, and it's caused you to withhold a lot. But in that withholding, you've really understood yourself, and this is reflecting the be real energy, where it's like, no, your authentic self is worthy of being in the spotlight. It's worthy of coming to light. It's worthy of this action, and it's worthy of this love that you're seeking. In fact, this love is seeking you, right? I think either you're watching them or they're watching you, or both, right? It could be a very mirrored effect here with this relationship. But are you going to take the move? That's the question, Capricorn. Are you going to make this move? If you don't, I feel like shoot your shot, or or miss it altogether. And this is an American thing that I've heard quite a lot. I've never heard anyone like in my vicinity say it, but this just came up in my mind because I've heard it from my US friends before. It's people get off the pot. Okay, but that just came up. So if that resonates for you, it's like, do your business or just go about your business. Like, I guess the Aussie version of it would be like, you're not here for a haircut. Like, come on. What are you actually here for? Let's go. Yeah, all right. Interesting. What else is happening in love? Thank you. Not today. I just heard not today, Satan. Not today. You don't want to deal with any more BS. I hear like it's either in your own head or it's like conditioning, like mental conditioning that you've been fed your whole life, and you're actually like, I'm not hearing that BS anymore. Okay, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call a person, boundaries, still angry. Okay, so this is working through your feelings, and Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the god of war. Okay, so I really do feel like you're really processing those angry feelings. You really might need to, that's why that movement is coming up. You might need to really like clear your physical body of the anger so that it doesn't keep you tense, and so that you don't project that onto this person that you'd like to have a relationship with. This could feel like an ex with this 5 of Cups in reverse. Someone that like just likes to call you up and give you a hard time. I feel like you need to block this person or put this on mute just so you could... I knew this card was going to come out. I knew this was going to come out, okay? I feel like you're both watching each other, mirroring each other, self-image, relationships, reflect our wounds, introspection. This is giving me a lot of introspection, the High Priestess here. And with the tiger at the bottom, and then you've got the full moon in Leo here, and there was another tiger somewhere. No. Oh, was it the 7 of Wands? I think it was the 7 of Wands that has the tiger in it as well. Yeah, it just feels like I just heard a leopard never changes its spots. I feel like this person that from the past isn't going to change, and so you're being called to change. It's like the serenity prayer comes to mind, like, give me the serenity, grant me the serenity to change things that I can change, and that, like, whatever it is, like, and to accept what I cannot change. You just don't want to hear that. I just feel like there's someone coming, like, blasting you a lot, and it could be about the way you want to live your life, and you've really taken that to heart, and you've owned that for a very long time, but it's up to you to change. It's like your life is your destiny, and you have free will at every moment and every day, and you don't want to hear this today because you're actually moving in a new direction. And I think that this person has been through something similar. This person in the future, or this person that's coming through this month, has been through something similar. And if this is you in a long-term relationship with someone, I do feel like you're both putting aside like work noise, or like annoying bosses or annoying family members, just people who really like get your goat. And you're mirroring each other and coming from a place of like, far out, we're both feeling anxious and stressed and angry. We both want to move away from this disappointing energy. And we have a decision here to make. Like, let's actually honor our feelings and let's take inspired action towards a new direction. It says love at the bottom: unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. Let's make that decision to step into love. And it starts with, like I said at the beginning, we're all being called to love ourselves. Radical self-acceptance this month is coming through. This is not your average commercialized romantic Valentine's month. I feel like this is very much an internal awakening for the collective. It actually came through in the collective message that I am posting today. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And this is where it's like reflecting our wounds. What we get frustrated in with someone else is something that is uncomfortable within us, that we actually want to change within us as well. And so this is calling for that balance to come in. Okay, or balancing out our emotions, balancing out finances, balancing out behavior, balancing out these, you know, the desire to be wild and the desire to be real and the desire to be hot and the desire to be cool, you know. I can be passionate and I can be cozy, I just heard. So there's balance, and then there's a yin and yang energy coming through as well. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Move that anger through. That was talking about anger over here. It's like, this is all natural, but you don't have to put up with it. I think that action is moving away from, wow. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay, so this is definitely for those people who are in a committed relationship already. You don't want to come at this person with all the criticism in the world. It's balancing out how you see each other, because you actually, what you realize is that, you're seeing yourself. You're seeing parts of yourself, pieces of yourself in this person. And I do feel like there's a decision between the two of you. First of all, I feel like you really need to communicate clearly, and slow down to speed up is what I just heard, because I was just trying to get out so many messages at once there. I think there's a really heart-to-heart conversation that needs to happen if you're resonating as someone who is already in an existing relationship, about the things that are upsetting you both, and actually setting some clear, healthy boundaries between one another. But also I think there's either therapy happening with this healing kind of energy here. It's therapy that can happen between the two of you, or you actually take a break together. And that's the action you need to take, because it looks like this person with the full moon in Virgo is actually standing on like a meadow and just taking a big deep breath out in nature, just having some peace. And then you've got last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind. And then you've got a lot of Gemini energy here of mirroring, like the twins mirror each other, okay? So think it through, clear your mind, take inspired action. I feel like together you can actually move to a whole new place that is, this feels like it can be repaired, okay? And there's the leopard, okay, that I was talking about. There's the leopard and the Queen of Cups. It just feels like there's deep emotions here, and the decision to actually heal this is going to bring you both into alignment with not just oneness and self-love, but reignite a sense of passion here. This clarity gives you the space to accept each other and remember what unconditional love feels like. And from there, we've also got engagement ring underneath, and boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure, okay? Interesting messages coming out there. Let's get a unicorn affirmation card. Good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper, but they will show up when the time is just right. And that's when I remember how much fun it is to be surprised, okay? There's so much good that can come from the healing and moving through these emotions instead of staying in this stuck position. But it is up to you to start this ball rolling. And I think you'll find that this person has also been thinking the same thing, whether it's they actually like you back and they're also healing, and you're like, hey, why don't we heal together, the rest of this together? Or it's like that relationship that I was just talking about, where you need to stop looking at each other so harshly and actually come together and admit and recognize the human in each other, okay? Let me just get the bottom deck energy here. Options. As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I'm reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like, you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. Yeah. I think that there's a real sense of things being in order and according to plan, with like this kind of present or past energy. And I feel like as you move through your emotions, you're really starting to see, and as you communicate with this person and you take inspired action together and you mirror each other and you take a good look at yourself in the process, you'll move away from disappointments and you'll move into a whole new like fork in the road. It's like a new decision, a better decision to make, a better problem, like a higher level problem that you'll have. And there you'll find options, right? That 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck really does talk about options. Okay, what path do we take now that we've healed all this, now that we've moved through this, now that we have come together and we realize what love is? Okay, now what? As starting our life together in balance, and not having the constant like critique going on from someone else or from each other. It just frees you up for, well, what's next? I love that for you, Capricorn. Please let me know in the comments below how this resonated. You might want to come back at the end of the month and rewatch this and just, you know, have a little assessment, self-reflection. But I wish you the best for February love month. Enjoy all of this. You are doing amazing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.